means it's time to mail. Let me just click a couple of things here. Oh, good. Stream status is good. Excellent. Sorry, just bear with me while I get everything organised. Okay. It's alright, Susie, I've been watching you. No, I've been watching yous all chat, don't you worry. Hey Di, how you going? Hey Kim's good to see you. Hi Sharon. Hey Susie. Hey Jenny and Jane. Very good, Wes. Hey Dawn and Linda. Kit Kat. Oh, that was Kaz, if I remember rightly. Hey Brett, Queen of Mail. Yeah, I need to get my sparkly headphones though, apparently. Yeah, I'm always watching, Susie. Don't you worry. Always watching. Hey Shirley, it's lovely to see you. All right, super. So we've got a few turn up. Hey Karina. Excuse me. For our last session, live session this year. No Maltesers. Only if you're going to share, Wes. I'd kill for a Malteser right now. Hey Natalie. All right, so our last session of the year, even though Chris is trying to talk me into some surprise mail ones, I think we might get him and
ruin the surprise.
Him into some. You told them already. The surprise is Chris will be doing the surprise ones. Just doing an order and being, yeah, that's because I'm always watching, Dawn. I'm always watching. All right, lovelies. Well, I know that some of you have cheated and done this early, naughty people. It is a fairly simple weave, and it's a weave that we've had as one of our stock items for a while. Honeycomb Maltesers, oh, I don't know. I'm a bit of a purist. A surprise mail session, yeah. Chris is the surprise mail session. Hey Marion, lovely to see you. So anyway, we're doing the beaded, hey Dana, doing the beaded centipede weave. Now, I honestly thought I got a little bit of a history story here. Naughty mailers, yeah, you're all naughty. So I thought the beaded centipede weave was just a variation of the centipede weave, and I've done up a few different samples of it, and it wasn't until I went looking on Mail Artisans that I discovered that the centipede weave actually looks nothing at all like the beaded centipede weave. Not even in the same ballpark, which I thought was interesting. So the bead on Mail Art, the weave on Mail Artisans, it's called centipede, actually is a couple of pieces of European 4-in-1 joined together. So it doesn't look like this at all. The person who first called this beaded centipede weave was Dylan White in his beaded chainmail jewelry book. So a little bit of confusion with the name and everything, but I thought that was interesting when I went actually looking into the history of the weave. All right, so what I might do, since we've got a few people here, hey Debbie, lovely to see you. Not naughty, eager. Sure. I'll swap this over to the other camera. I'll show you some of the different variations that I've done with this weave, this beaded centipede weave, and we'll make a start. The weave itself won't take us very long tonight at all. All right, here we go. Okay, so as I said, I've had a little bit of fun with this. So this is the kit that went out to our subscribers, and this is the kit that we sell on Mail, Aussie Maille already. And this one uses the large rings, 18 gauge 1.0 mil with a 5mm ID. Small rings on the side are 20 gauge 0.8 mil, 2.75mm ID. And the beads are Toho C beads, the size is 6. And that's for the earrings. So I've done up a bracelet version. and this uses 16 gauge 7 on the outside, 1.2 mil, 16 gauge 7 millimeter ID. The outside rings are 3.5, 18 gauge 3.5, and the bead sides is the Toho with 3.0. Now you can put the 6.0 on the 1.2 rings, the 16 gauge rings, but I feel they can get a little lost amongst all the rings, so I like the bigger, chunkier the beads in this. And you can also use these beads on 14 gauge if you wanted to take it up to 14 gauge. So that's more or less the same thing as a bracelet. I then thought I would do just a stretchy version without the beads. So this one uses 14 gauge 5/16 EPDM and 16 gauge 3/16, 4.7 mil for the side rings. That's pretty open. You could probably go down to a 1/4 inch if you really wanted to. Lots of stretch in there. So if you're into that sort of look. Same look again without the beads. 14 gauge rings again. This is the 1/4 inch AA on the inside and 3/16 BA on the outside in the 16 gauge. So that's just the same but without the stretch. So then I also did, because I've been busy, I also did up a version using, I doubled up the small rings. So again, 16 gauge 7 are the large rings and 18 gauge 3.5 being the small rings. And then I decided to do a beaded version of that one, but the beaded beads this time on the outside of the big rings. So same ring sizes again. The beads this time are the size 6. And yeah, that one's a lovely bracelet. I really like that one. Well, vertebrae is very similar. There's only, you know, one extra ring to make it vertebrae. So I always assumed that this weave was called centipede. I've actually also seen it referred to as millipede, and especially this one. That's also wrong. Millipede looks like this, but it has another ring coming off the big rings. So this is one of those weaves that is generally quite misnamed, but you're right in that it looks like unfinished vertebrae. Vertebrae would have just one more ring on the inside. So then I also did this one, which is using just some washers instead of rings. So picked these up from Bunnings, the washers. They are stainless steel. They're 5/8 of an inch is the outside diameter. The inside diameter, the inside size of the hole was 5/16 from memory. Yep. I've got a box sitting around here. So yeah, just got these from Bunnings, just picked them up from Bunnings. I used 2 packets of these to get an 8-inch or close to an 8-inch length bracelet. I'd like to get some washers that have a bigger inner diameter. Again, use the 3/16, 16 gauge 3/16 rings to connect them. If I could get some washers with a bigger hole, I'd be much happier. But this works. I wasn't sure it was going to start with. Thought it was going to lock up on me, but it makes quite a nice bracelet. All right, so there are all my pretty versions, and hopefully you guys can get, you know, some use out of that. So there's a lot you can do with this weave, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there you go. So hopefully that's of interest to somebody. And we will make a start as soon as I can find the pliers. There they are. On actually doing the weaves. As I said, super simple weave. I know that several of you have made it already. Hey Marion, lovely to see you. Yeah, I really like this particular bracelet more than, say, this one. I agree with Wes. This one looks unfinished to me. Maybe if you went smaller ring ID, it might look a lot better. but it's fairly forgiving in ring sizes, to be honest. I mean, just play around with the ring sizes and see what works and what doesn't. It's not a, you don't have to have an exact one. Yeah, the washers work really good, Shirley. I'm going to see if I can find something with a bigger, hole. That's the only thing. I'd like it to be a little bit more open. Not a great deal, but just a little bit more. I was also thinking with these washers, we could colour them with the alcohol inks if we wanted to. Put a bit of colour onto the scales. They would take the alcohol ink really well. So, if I ever get time to play with them, that's what I'll be doing with it. Okay. All right, so we'll make a start. So take your large ring. I'm going to be doing this in the 16 and 18 gauge size so you guys can see. But take your larger ring, and we just want to make up a whole lot of units of a bead on the ring. Simple as that. Make up a stack of those. Sorry, I'll try and keep this on screen. In order for you to not see everything that's past my desk, the camera has to point down at my desk, and then it's very hard to mail. But anyway, make up a whole stack of those, however many you need for your bracelet. So that's your larger ring with your bead on there. And then we will start joining these together once you've got, a few made up, or the amount that you want. Was that one of the cats? Sorry, one of the cats has tried to get into the room. We've got sliding doors and he's just thrown it right open. I think he thinks he's a lion or something, the size he opened the door up. Okay, so taking one of our prepared units, we're going to pop that on our opened small ring, and we're going to put another prepared unit on there, close that ring up, and then we're going to repeat the same. We'll double up the small ring, borrow some washers from work. Sounds like an idea. Okay, so we pop on a second ring, and then all we want to do is pull that ring up so that it sits on top like that. Naughty kitty. Hey Rita. Rita? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing them. Karina, these are the Zurons, specifically the chisel nose, and this is the new wider short nose pliers that we've just put up on the site in the last week or so. Yeah, well, we have to lock the the door downstairs, otherwise the cats do that too. Expose you to the world. Alright, so once we've got those two in place, it's just a matter of taking another open small ring, popping it through our top unit, putting another prepared unit on that, closing the ring up, doubling up that small ring, and once we've done that, just pulling the unit that we just added upwards so that it sits like this. No respect for privacy, no, none whatsoever. And that's it. It is as simple as that. Have I got any more prepared units? Oh, no, I used up all my units. Well, that's pretty slack of me, isn't it? Let me just make some more up while I'm on a roll. Oh, no, there they are there. I can't see for looking. Look at that. They're right in front, underneath the camera, so I can see it. All right, so I've made this one up. Let's use it now that I've made it. Take the small ring, feed it through the top unit, add a new unit, close that ring up, double up the small ring. For some reason that keeps wanting to Mobius. There we go. Double up the small ring and then just pull that ring up so that it all sits in line. And that is it, guys. Super, super simple. With some of those other variations, you might build them slightly differently because of the positioning of the beads, but they're quite simple to work out. And as I said, the ring sizes are generally pretty forgiving. It's only when you start introducing beads that you might have a little bit of fiddling around with the ring sizes so the beads sit well. Otherwise, you should be pretty fine. There we go. I'll do one more. Hey, Kate. I'm sure you know how to do this weave, lovey. Double vision in 5 colours for market. No, you never seem to stock whatever it is that somebody wants. We have that problem all the time, don't we, babe?
Exactly. Never have the one that they want.
No. We can have 20 different things and somebody go, but what about? All right, there we go. I won't go any further since you guys all know what to do with that weave. Okay, so as I said, that's 16 gauge 7 mil, 18 gauge 3.5, and that was the size I used for these ones as well. So if you want to do that, they all use the same size. And in the washers, that was the 3/16, 14 gauge 1/4 inch, 16 gauge 3/16. There you go. So hopefully you guys get something useful out of that. Now I'll just get these rings out of the way so I don't spill them everywhere. So I'm assuming everybody's okay with that. Nobody is having any problems with the weave or needs me to repeat anything. Okay. Look, Natalie, I actually don't, to be honest, I don't know why they're called that. I think it's how many beads they can get in a certain length. I don't know whether that refers to the diameter or what it is. That's just the way they're sold to us. We use the Toho C beads because they tend to be a little bit more uniform than some of the cheaper beads. Their hole sizing and the sizing of the beads tends to be good, much better than some of the cheaper ones you can get. Alright, so while we're still, it's how many in an inch? 3 in an inch. Okay. I would have thought you'd get more than 3 in an inch of those ones.
Not on the stream.
Maybe. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So, we go. Oh, well, that worked, didn't it? One like that, one like that, one like that. Yeah, see, that's not quite working. It's more like, I don't know, 5 on an inch, 5 per inch. Don't know. Anyway. Oh. I don't know why they're called that, hon. Basically, at the end of the day.
I think the ants got it.
side up, hole to hole. You're definitely not going to get the 3 O's seem to be more than 3 in an inch, to be honest. I will play with that later. Alright, so I'm going to do the giveaway tonight, guys. This is the last giveaway for the year, obviously, since it's our last session. So I went digging in our drawer of goodies, and I've got this pair of Tronics. Now, these are needle nose pliers, so please don't mail with these, guys. I have seen people mail with them, and you're just going to make an awful, awful mess of your rings. But these are, so they're short-handed Tronixes. Short-handled Tronixes, they've got a nice long nose, tapers down to a really, really fine point. These are really nice needle nose pliers, so really good for making loops in your wires and things like that, for adding beads to earrings and all that sort of thing. So I've got a pair of these up for grab. Also one of our super fantastic Aussie Maille tape measures. Whoops. And I found one of our Aussie Maille pens. So I'm going to send all of these out to one of you guys next week. And if you want to go into the drawer for all these lovely goodies, then type in the comment section tonight while we're live, what's your favourite Christmas carol?
Oh, I was going to go least favourite, but favourite, okay.
Favourite Christmas carol. Don't get me started on Rudolph when they answer them. Yeah, so favourite Christmas carol, please, in the comment section if you want to win a prize. So that's the Tronics long round nose pliers for making loops and things, not to chainmail with, but still handy to make jewellery. One of our tape measures and one of our pens. Jingle bells. Okay. Alright. Good King Wenceslas. Silent Night's my favourite. Yeah, we do like Silent Night. Gnashing through the snow, okay? Could be smashing through the snow. Hubby despises Little Drummer Boy. No, actually I love Little Drummer Boy. I actually played the drum in kindergarten in a Christmas thing at school and played for the Little Drummer Boy. That was my big moment. So yeah, I have soft memories of the Little Drummer Boy. I can't stand Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer when they answer. Has a very shiny nose. What do they do?
Like Pinocchio.
Yeah, like Pinocchio. Look, drives me insane. I like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but not when they do that answering thing. Okay, cool.
But yeah, I like the way in the manger.
Oh yes, at 3 she knows everything, Leanne. You silly, silly mummy. Alright, okay. Alright, so I will put all your guys' answers into a spreadsheet tomorrow and let you know. I haven't actually seen Andre's.
Yeah, has he done the shears?
I don't think he's done the shears yet. So we'll let you know tomorrow who wins that prize and we'll send that out. So, yep, this is our last live session for the year. I don't think we've got too much to tell you. I'm in the middle of doing a newsletter up and that'll go out probably tomorrow at the rate I'm going. That'll have more information about the sale, about the prize draw that we're running.
All the PDFs will be sent out on the 1st.
Alright, yes. So we are a little behind, like we said we would be, with sending out December's kits. You'll be getting all of the kits and all of the tutorials together at the beginning of the month. So the kits will go out on Monday, which is Monday the 27th, and we'll send the tutorials out to everybody, and that includes our weekly subscribers on Friday the 1st, and you'll have access to all 5 tutorials in one go. So yeah, kits will go out on Monday, tutorials will then go out to you guys on Friday. If you don't receive your tutorials, let us know. We can look into what's happened. The sale starts on Friday, don't forget that. And of course the opening of the advent calendars. Yeah, that 3 one didn't seem to be working for me, so I don't know about that. Maybe my calendar, maybe the rule is not accurate. Alright, so we have
calendars.
Yep, we have advent calendars. I don't think we've made a decision about whether or not Aussie Maille's closing over Christmas. Sometimes we close, sometimes we don't. I don't think we've made a decision just yet. We definitely will be closed, obviously, for public holidays. Otherwise, we're generally here. We may not answer phones, so if you want to get in contact with us, it's probably best just to email us. I'll probably be turning the phone off over the festive season. But that's it. Yeah, no, 15.0 is just ridiculous.
My eyes just went ping.
Don't even know why you do that to yourself.
Sale starts.
Yep, I've already mentioned the sale starting. So sale starts just past midnight on Friday the 1st of December. Check out the email that's coming out. That'll let you know what the days are, or check on Facebook and that will have the graphic there. Any questions, let us know. So anyway, we hope you guys have a great Christmas. Thank you so much for supporting us with these live feeds so far this year. We really do appreciate it. It's been interesting. And everybody needs a break. Yeah. All right, Di, thank you very much, and we'll catch up with you soon. All right. So I hope is everybody fine? Nobody's got missed any questions? Okay, beautiful. Yeah, it's all happening on the 1st, isn't it, Sharon? It's all happening on the 1st. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, Jenny. So make sure you guys do keep that in mind, especially you guys in Western Australia. Once midnight ticks over, the new sale starts. There is no way to go backwards. So make sure you do your purchases well before midnight, because if anything hiccups or goes wrong, we won't be able to turn that sale back for you. Sale starts at the end of the 1st. No, Shirley, it starts 12 AM in the morning. Runs from 12 AM to 12 midnight. Does that make sense?
11:59.
Well, it's probably 12:01 AM to 11:59 then. It's something like that, all right? Let's not...
You're right with the 12.
If you're getting down to the seconds, you're leaving it too late to put your cart in.
That is true.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks very much. We will catch up with you in the new year. Well, for the live sessions. Otherwise, we're here. Just reach out with an email or a Facebook message, and we will get back to you as soon as you can. Keep in mind, we're going to be super busy with the sale. We hope to be super busy with the sale. So, you know, give us a little time to get back to you. All right, thank you very much for your support, and I hope you guys enjoy the December kits. There's 5 of them coming out to you. Any issues, let me know. All right, guys, take care. Bye.